Yo, so I'm being targeted by devil worshippers, Satanists, whatever they are. And they like using my phone as a way to channel their evil energies, their malevolent energies, and reach me because I'm holding the phone and the energy travels like through my arm. You know what I'm saying? I'm connected to the phone, you know what I'm saying? And I'm touching. And something about Satan is that what they do is indirect attacks, you know what I'm saying? So like me holding the phone and them holding the phone or standing in front of the phone and shit like that is one of their tactics. Another thing they like doing is using the camera to project illusions to me. Sometimes they do it in other ways, but that's like one of their tactics, using the camera to project illusions. And sometimes through, you know what I'm saying, the energy, they go in my mind and start projecting illusions in my mind, you know what I'm saying? So they do it in different ways. These Satanists are very tricky with their ways, and they like doing it in a lot of indirect ways, you know what I'm saying? So like word magic is one of their favorite tactics so far. Word magic. I just heard someone talking about it. They just reminded me about it because I wanted to make a video about it. And so they like using like word magic, like they'll say things or they'll try to set traps on certain things that I say. So like when I'm about to project my image in the imagination, in my mind, they set traps like whenever he comes up that he'll be under our control and stuff like that. And then when I project my mind and my image of me in my mind, it just, what I'm saying, it's not me. It's an image that's like being controlled and manipulated by the enemy, the Satanist. I'm telling you, they be doing a lot of different tricks, and I'm being targeted by them. And I mean, there's a lot of them, and they be sharing my information, like, and they be sharing my information, like, some new ones were just like targeting me through my phone, through Facebook and all that, and what I'm saying, YouTube and all that. Basically, my phone. And I was easily handling them because when they come at me one on one, I dismantle them right away. You know what I'm saying? Because I know about this. I know how to defend myself. So I went at it with them, and what I'm saying. And after they stopped, because I was handling them too bad. You know what I'm saying? I was doing it like I usually do. So the Satanic network of Freemasonry and the Illuminati and them, they started coaching them about me, how to come at me a certain way, how they just do this hand grabbing gesture with their energy. And then when they do that shit, when I go defend myself, they go and put a lock on me. That's what the voice I was hearing from the guy was telling me. And I said that, and I'm aware of these things, but since I'm being targeted constantly, and it's so many of them, and they be doing so many things to me, that sometimes I be, what I'm saying, not 100%. Cause like they got me on sleep deprivation right now. Whenever I hit the pillow and I lay down to go to sleep, they activate this program, and it's like a low tone, raspy, robotic voice. And it starts saying things and saying things and it says things. And sometimes it says relative things, but it just keeps saying things and saying things and saying things. And it goes on for hours to like 5 in the morning and stuff like that. So they put it on there and they leave it on, and then they switch shifts. They just pretty much take it off and shit. They be switching like people, like they're not people. They're people, but they're not people. I call them, they're devils. That's what I call them, because that's what they behave like. The way they attack us humans is just like the devil. And I don't follow the Bible anymore, but the Bible does describe what they're like. Anyways, so like So they be switching characters, individuals, and they do it differently, but they be sharing my information. So they go in a certain direction. All of them, they be attacking me in a certain way according to the information that's given to them. Because it's a satanic network. And there's some of them that work in the government. There's a lot of them in the government. And there's some of them as politicians. There's some of them as the police. There's a lot of them in the police departments, and that's why they're so corrupt. You know what I'm saying? And the government is so corrupt that it oppresses the people. And it's not the government, it's the individuals that work in the government that oppress the people. They're the ones who go and make laws that allow the police to oppress us. And the police, a lot of them, they go and oppress people to target them. They do that shit with impunity. They go to you specifically to violate your rights and to mess with you, and to harass you. And people know this stuff, but they don't know why, how. You know what I'm saying? And I know why and how. And there's some people out there that have clues, but I know for real, like this has to do with Satanism. It has to do with witchcraft, um, indirect attacks. Like they be knowing stuff. Like they be using like technology to gather information about the people so they could target us individually. So they work together and they want to know truth about us, information. That's how they target me, because they collect information about me. I'm holding the phone, and the phone interacts with my brain and shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So they be doing that type of stuff and then sharing the information that they collect from us amongst each other. So wherever point they got me targeted at, they go and share the information like I just told you with the new devils that I was just handling. You know what I'm saying? I was dismantling them, cutting the heads off in the imagination, stuff like that. They couldn't handle me one on one. There's no competition. So they gotta, like, when they come at me in bunches. And I mean they come at me in bunches. They gotta come at me prepared. So they gotta like lower my intelligence or my speed, and use like time tactics and like computer tactics, and try to slow me down in different ways. And like whenever I go to attack, they go to the side, and you know what I'm saying, another one does. Like, yo, they gotta attack me in bunches when they attack me. Usually when they attack me one on one or without the information that they have, it doesn't work. But when they attack me jointly or with the information they have about me, sometimes it takes effect, because like sometimes I'll be tired, and since I'm going through sleep deprivation and stuff, anyone who's exhausted could be, what I'm saying, a victim of this type of stuff. Because when you got energy, they don't really like messing with people when they got energy. Sometimes they do. But when I got energy, usually they don't really come at me the way they usually do. And lately, since they've been getting at me the way they have been, because they're the devil, you know what I'm saying? Together, all of them, although they're all the devils. They're all the devil. You know what I'm saying? All of them together. They're individually, they're all devils working from whatever point of perspective they're working from. But together they all make up one being, the devil. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of them in our society. Not everyone, but there's a lot of them out there. You know what I'm saying? Not just a few. And they be messing with people, just like, yeah, just like, you know what I'm saying? And so they be watching people, they be spying on people to see, like, whoever's not a part of their network, they target them. It depends. Some they do, some they don't. It depends if you're stupid or dumb. Like if there's people that are stupid and dumb, they don't really mess with them because they're not a threat to their society. But if, you know what I'm saying, if they feel like messing with them, they might. You know what I'm saying? It depends. And I'm not saying, you know what I'm saying, anyways, so like back to my point. So these devils, they like playing tricks, and they like what I'm saying, setting traps, word games, and saying things before I say it. And sometimes I'm about to think about something, and they have me, they usually they do go there to the point where I'm about to think about something and they're already there because they have the technology and witchcraft ways, you know what I'm saying, set on me to target me that way. You know what I'm saying? So they be trying to like make copies of my brain and so that in the imagination and stuff like that. So that way they can manipulate, you know what I'm saying, certain things that I do and think about when they with the imagination in my mind and stuff like that. And sometimes when I imagine myself in the imagination, they like to copy my image. So that way when I project my image in the imagination, they could do the same thing. They could manipulate my image and play with it, or when I'm about to go to attack stuff like that, they be doing things, you know what I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying, acting like if I'm, you know, being manipulated when I'm not, you know, like, yo, these are very tricky beings and they look like us. They're, you know, look like humans. They're pretty much humans, but they're the devil. You know what I'm saying? They're not human anymore. They're, you know what I'm saying, they look like humans. They're not humans, but you know what I'm talking about. So they're targeting me because I know so much. I know how to fight within in the mind and the imagination with the spirit. Like, I know a lot of their tactics they got from me, from watching me. And I mean a lot of the tactics they got from me. A lot. Cause I know so much. I'm so self-aware. And I grew up knowing this stuff. It's not like I practice witchcraft or I'm a Satan. I'm not. I'm on the side of truth and justice. And truth and justice. I know the truth. I know exactly what's going on. And they've always been around me because they've been there. The enemy, some of the people, quote unquote, that are among us. They live amongst us, and they act like us. They act normal, like, you know what I'm saying. Because Satan is about hiding and not telling you the truth. It's about being in the open, doing their satanics. Some of them do it right to your face. It's not always behind your back. Some of them really go to your face and do it. That burp right there is a release from them. Stuff, that's stuff that I know. Some stuff that I know is just, common sense. Like, you can feel it. Some stuff that is there is obvious. You just got to pay attention to it, and the truth will reveal itself to you. So they be messing with me. Like, I'm telling you, they be coming at me a lot. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're sending like my mom and my family, some of my family members, and like some people that I used to know from my past that, either betrayed me or they just sold out and they used them and shit, pretty much they be teaching them how to target me, how to mess with me indirectly. They, sometimes they don't let themselves be seen and they mess with me on the low. Sometimes they mess with me like, I'm saying, in different ways and shit. Like, they be playing with my emotions and like trying to extract my energy, and they acting like they're advancing through me. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes when I say stuff, they go and make believe like they implement it, generally with other people that are not, you know what I'm saying, that are being targeted or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? They're the devil. And like I said, even the street gangs have a lot of devils. And street gangs are more open with it. They're more to your face. They'll tell you they're the devil, that they're devils, they're demons, whatever, demon time and all that shit. That they're telling you what it is. That's what it's about. And America has never wanted, or the government of the world never really wanted to explore Satanism, the satanic aspect of life. You know what I'm saying? The occult. That's something that we have to venture into. We have to. It is mandatory. There cannot be any secrets among us the way they have been doing it. Because they could, the enemy could literally be there in occultically hiding and doing shit from the shadows. And you know what I'm saying? Like now, you know what I'm saying? The government, like Obama, Hillary, they're fucking main puppets. They're fucking Satanists openly, and a lot of people see them. And there's some people that know, but I talk about it openly. They target me all the time, like not all the time, but they target me. So from time to time, they come and mess with me. They send shamans, or you know what I'm saying. They come at me. I'm telling you, like so they got this thing called a pangola in Spanish. That's like a joint thing they got where that pretty much like the information that they gathered from me, they collected from me. They created a system to target me. So they come at me in certain ways, like they'll put voices in my head, even though some people think it's crazy. It's not crazy. It's dumb. It's, you know what I'm saying? Some of the people, quote unquote, among us who do that shit. Some do it for good. Like now, like I do it. I use telepathy, but I don't do it for bad. I do it for bad, but only for them. So, you know, I do it to the ones that deserve it. Right now, they're trying to let off some other bullshit that, you know, that's the type of shit they be doing. So when I say stuff, sometimes they go and, you know, try to generalize it and give information off like, you know what I'm saying? They're the devil. So like they come at me with a specific system that they created for me against me. You know what I'm saying? To target me and to try to like limit me and stuff like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Try to like make believe like they're extracting my energy. Or earlier I was feeling good, I was in a good mood, and out of nowhere they started performing a ritual through the phone, and I started to feel diminished. Like my moods literally started. I felt like my mood started to go down. Like it started to diminish. Like so, I went from being happy, yeah, I'm good, and then I started to feel drained. Like, and I know exactly what they were doing, but it's like sometimes I don't want to even, you know, allow myself to believe that they have any power. And by doing that, sometimes I allow them to do stuff like that to me. Because, you know what I'm saying? It's stuff that a lot of people don't take serious, but it does take effect. And they could potentially destroy a person's life with this type of stuff. They literally make people kill each other or kill themselves, you know, destroy their environment. That's how they did it to black people a lot. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of black people became so hateful and aggressive because of this type of stuff. And it ain't only white people doing this stuff. There's these devils in different races like Latinos, um, Italians. You know, there's different races that have devils in them that do this type of stuff. Some of them are aligned with the satanic network, and some of them work independently. Like a lot of brujos or witchcraft people, like quote unquote, they you know, they do it independently. But coming against me, if they come against me and I destroy them, they're going to try to recruit them. They're going to tell them, oh, you got to do it like this, and give them information about me. And yeah, this is how we do it. And you know, when we do this, you gonna put a lock on his soul. And you know, that's the type of stuff that I heard earlier. But those are some of the things that they be doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? They recruit them and put them against me in that way. So they've done that to a few of the people that I've known from my past. They went and recruited them, and they turned them into fucking, you know what I'm saying, more than what they are. Like, you know what I'm saying? They started coaching them and teaching them how to mess with me, how to wage war against me, how to, you know what I'm saying, stand back and do certain things while other ones are doing certain things, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, and I'm fighting for truth and justice. I know what side I'm on, so I don't believe what they do. But sometimes, you know what I'm saying, they're tricky. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes they be waging war at me in the imagination, or they be pulling me my imagination into a war, and then I start believing like I'm actually in there, and I start fighting, and then I fall into a trap, and you know I gotta gather myself. And while I'm gathering myself, they're attacking me and doing this and that. Like, yo, this shit is real. This shit is not a joke. It is not a mental illness. There's yo, Satanism hasn't been fully explored and exposed to this day. So they be doing stuff This is not crazy talk. They've sabotaged me many times already. The judges, the lawyers, a lot of them are part of the Satanic network. Pretty much all of them, because judges have to be Freemasons by default. They don't want people of power, quote unquote, people, quote unquote, to be independent, especially like celebrities. They go and recruit them right away, depending on their status, or I'm saying, some of them, I guess they're not part of it. But I'm saying, I know stuff and I know a lot of truth. Like, I could know the truth if I want to, but right now I'm being targeted. So they, sometimes the ways that I use to get the truth get interrupted by them, because they're there targeting me and watching me, and they become very blatant with it, to the point where they started exposing themselves. Like when I go to Walmart, I hear I have recordings about this. I'm not making this up. I hear some of the people among me, around me, near me, or whatever, walking by or far away, saying stuff to me indirectly, saying, "Oh, you're the devil." That's one thing they like doing, calling me the devil. You know what I'm saying? Because they're the devil. So to me, or to them, because I speak the truth, I'm the devil to them. So they're liars and deceivers. So they call me the devil and shit. And I'm like, sometimes I go off and I'm like, nah, you the devil, and this and that. And sometimes I just let it ride, because they're lying. It ain't gonna take effect on me. But sometimes, you know, not all the time I let it ride, because they be playing word magic. So sometimes when they say things, it's to make it come true. Like, what I'm saying? Our words have power. So sometimes they say things to make it come true. That's why they play a lot of word magic games with me. So they say things and like set traps by saying things like I told you before. I used examples and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But now they're doing it like on the low. Like, now they do it very faintly or to themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, they've been upgrading their tactics with me, because I'm so powerful in the truth. I know so much that they had to just target me, but just stand back and, like, what I'm saying, like, they on the low. Like, I'm giving you a lot of information about these Satanists. Um, so yeah, I made this video because I heard someone talking, and it's he was saying things that I wanted to talk about. I even said it on the video. So here I am. So yeah, so like the feds, they got caught um, studying the mind, and they came up with technology to target us indirectly. You know what I'm saying? To send voices in our brains, and fake images in our brains, and implant fake images in our brains and stuff. Like I just told you, you know what I'm saying? So it's not just people doing this, or devils, you know what I'm saying, doing this. This is a mixture of them and technology. Because sometimes they put the computer to mess with me, you know what I'm saying? So I was gonna say something else too. So yeah, so like, what I'm saying, they be using a combination of both. Like I told, they be using my phone, and what I'm saying, the energy running to my body, and or the screen projecting, what I'm saying, and the camera and stuff like that with the illusions. They be doing some real like satanic shit to me, like, but I could take it. It's not a big deal to me. I'm luring them out. This is all part of my plan. So I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm not just here being targeted. Sometimes they do get to me, and sometimes most of the times I'm fighting back, and I'm not letting them do anything. Before I was recovering, I was really weak. So and because I have a back problem, they be using that. You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing they resort to, my back problems. Now I'm starting to, I'm saying, block them from using my back to mess with me. But their main tactic is to use my weakness, my back problem, to mess with me. So whenever I'm hurt and I'm in pain and shit like that, I'm low in energy. That's when they become powerful. They come at me and they start messing with me and they start saying like, yo, they be on some bullshit with me. I'm telling you. So I'm gonna leave the video right here. It's like 25 minutes already. So just keep track, you know what I'm saying? Follow me, subscribe to my channel. Oh yeah, one thing they like doing too, before I post this video, they like to go and enchant like the platform I'm about to post this video in. Like so if I post it on YouTube, before I post it on YouTube, they're strategizing and seeing who's gonna see the video and how they're gonna keep people from watching my video. They don't want us to unite. They don't want you to learn the truth about them. So they go, you know, I'm telling you, yeah, they be doing a lot of sabotage bullshit. Yo, yeah, I could go into a lot of details. They just said it in the background. So yeah, I could go into a lot of details about a lot of things that I told you right now. But I just wanted to give you a brief description about what I'm going through and what they're doing to me. So I'm gonna post this on YouTube and maybe on Facebook too. All right.